Hello everyone and welcome to a brand new video. We're back with our weekly video where we will be going over last week's Premier League results as well as giving you updates on our Predictions League and our Fantasy Premier League tables. To start with, the biggest result I think from last week was Manchester United versus Tottenham Hotspur and 2-0 to United. What do you have to say about that, Chitij?
I don't know. It was an amazing game. Obviously, as for United fans, crazy game. I feel like it's the first time in a long time where United have dominated from kickoff till full time. Like you couldn't see Spurs even getting they got scraps. They had one chance, maybe another chance with long range shots or something. The other one, the hair saved. It was just straight at him. So it was just amazing to see the fact that how much control there was. Even if you see some of the passing patterns, the pressing, the way you could see a bit of what Ten Hag wants to do in that game. And obviously there's still not the finished article. There's still a long way to go. I think there'll be ups and downs, but just that game, it's just it's kind of maybe a hope, this feeling that we're going in the right direction. And I hope, I don't know. Next up is Chelsea. It's another tough game, so it could all of a sudden, it could just go all south again. But we just have to stick by Ten Hag. We're seeing the differences, and it's just good to see, man. But anyways, this season was anyways gonna be about just having some good games of football and just enjoying them. Yeah, so
vibes and chill. But I'm just gonna quickly bring up the stats. As we can see, we had Fred and Bruno who were the goal scorers of that game. And not going to lie, I think the first 30-35 minutes, we were in complete control of that game. And I was so scared that we haven't yet scored and it's going to end up in us losing to some scratchy goal, a typical Spurs goal. But once we got that first goal, it was just a sigh of relief, even though it was the most random goal ever. But it was just so good to have that goal after playing the way we did in the first half. And just to look at the stats overall, this is what we had. I think if you look at the possession across different parts of the game, we probably were dominating in many subsets of the game, but overall possession was pretty even. But you can see the big difference in shots here. What do you have to say about that?
Yeah, no, I don't even know how the possession is that even. I just thought we had the ball a lot more. Maybe they had it, but they just couldn't get out their half or something like that. Because they couldn't, if you watch the game. But either way, I think the chances, it's utter domination, man. I think the first half itself, there's so many chances. And as you said, I was also worried, whether they'll score or not. And because, given how the last two games have gone, Omonia needed 93rd minutes, got Tomine winner. And Newcastle drew 0-0 because couldn't take our chances. So obviously I was worried about that as well. But luckily, Pastor Fred came up and did the job. For sure.
And what do you have to say about the subs he made? We only I think used 3 subs, bringing on McTominay, Eriksson at the end, and Alanga. But what do you have to say about the whole meltdown with Ronaldo in the last 2 days?
Yeah, no, I was going to say that Ronaldo was going to be one of the subs, but obviously from what we've heard is that he refused, and Ten Hag has actually confirmed that CR7 refused to come on to the pitch, and then he just walked out like Liz Truss walked out of her position in the parliament. So either way, I don't know. Look, obviously it's disgraceful. It was disrespectful, and you wouldn't want a player who we so many people idolized to behave like that. There's so many people defending him out there. You can't be treating him like this and all of that. They're saying you can't be treating the GOAT and all of that like that. Look, Ronaldo's my favorite player. Growing up, I think he's my GOAT. But then, if people want to defend him, he has to show it on the pitch, right? Every time he's played, he's looked stinky this season. Yeah, apart from the Everton game, there's even that game. That game I think he did play well. Even not just the goal, he played decent. He was making the right runs, the right moment. But apart from that game, I haven't seen him in any other game he's played. Omonia, he missed so many chances. The first Omonia game, he should have had 2-3 goals. Just kept missing chances, and other games, his movement isn't there, the pressing isn't there. it's just like, why would we play a liability in the starting line? And it hurts me to say this, but when he starts, he's a liability at the moment. And that's the fact. That's the truth. It hurts me, but it is the truth.
No, for sure. And I think equal treatment and Ten Hag showing who's the boss, and I think it just sends a message to the rest of the team.
Yeah.
Ronaldo being Ronaldo, he can't, he's not bigger than the club, and Ten Hag's not going to forgive that. And making someone of that stature to train alone, train with the reserves, it's a sign he's sending to the rest of the team, and that should bring a lot of discipline even in the younger players, and it sets an example, which is a good one.
Yeah, my manager, back him.
Let's go. Next up, we're just going to quickly look at the Premier League table. But, of course, we had Steven Gerrard getting sacked over the weekend. And I think Villa have been very disappointing since the start of the season. I actually predicted them to be, in fact, competing for an outside shot at the Europa spots, given that they're summer and bringing in a new manager who seem to have done well in Scotland. But we see 11 games in there, and they're just off the relegation zone just based on the number of goals they've scored.
Remember our manager video?
Uh-huh.
We had Stevie G as the only stinky fraud watch manager. Yeah, the only. No, I think fraud watch, we promoted him. He was the vibes and the Ollie one, the last
guy. I think we said it's too harsh in the end.
Yeah, we said it's too harsh, but we were right, yo. We were right.
Yeah, for sure.
If you guys are wondering what we're talking about, you haven't seen the manager video. We did a manager tier list at the start of this season. You can go and look at it somewhere in the channel. But we had said that Gerrard, we had said Gerrard might get sacked as well if he continued the way they ended the last season, and they did, and he got sacked. And to be fair to him, I think the last few games they were actually trying to play really well. I think Chelsea, they got unlucky. But then obviously, the results, they speak for themselves. And I think I've always said it, Villa have in my opinion, they have the best squad outside the top 6. They have a better squad than Newcastle on paper. But they just haven't been doing it on the pitch. So
they have owners that are willing to put in the money and do what it takes to get them to win the Europa spots and actually compete at it.
No, definitely. So I think at the end, I think it's a results game at the end of the day. It's a results business. And nowadays, people get sacked if you don't get results. Patience is it's a bit hard to find. I think you won't always have patience like how Rodgers is being given and Arteta is being given. But they had credit in the bank, these managers. Maybe not Arteta, but Rodgers at least, he's done well at Leicester, which is, I'm liking the fact that Leicester is backing him as much as maybe, he should have been sacked by now. But, I think it's a good decision in the end. I think they could try someone else. I think maybe I'm hearing Pochettino. If that happens,
I'm hearing that's not going to happen, but I think Steve Bruce rumors are also up there.
Steve Bruce?
Yeah.
Or who?
Yeah, it's a legit rumor. I'm not even kidding.
Yeah, I know, but come on, I don't think Villa. Knowing the owners Villa have, I don't think they'll go for. If they go for Steve Bruce, then
let's see. Apparently,
you might as well not have
interested in the job, so let's see.
Yeah, I don't know. I hope Poch takes it. I think this is the perfect thing for him. I don't think he'll get it at the club.
Yeah. For the sake of time, I think maybe next up we should quickly look at move on to the FPL updates as well as the prediction league. Let's start with the FPL. So this is what our league's looking at at the moment. Vishwas strong in the lead since the last few weeks, and he extended the lead by a bit this week. And for the top scorers of the week, we have Vishwas and Siddharth on a tie. Remember, these are aggregated points after subtracting points from hits, so they both took a hit each. And interestingly, Jikshan took a free hit this week, which didn't seem to turn out too well. But let's just quickly review Vishwas and Siddharth's team. And I think for Vishwas, he had, pretty template squad in general, and the players that worked out for him were, I don't know why we can't see his team, but there we go. Yeah, but he had Trippier putting in a strong performance FPL-wise, as well as Zaha getting that clutch goal, and Dunk got extra 2 points, bonus points for keeping that clean sheet in that 0-0 game. And for Siddharth's team, I believe he had quite a few differentials in that team, ended up on the same number of points, but let's just quickly see what his team looked like. And yeah, he had Botman, he had triple up on that Newcastle defense, as well as Trent, which has not been the most popular pick in recent times, but I think Liverpool is starting to get stronger as this season progresses, and I definitely expect them to be fighting back in the coming games. What do you have to say about Liverpool in general?
Yeah, no, I think, I guess, like, if you're asking for an FPL perspective, Nick, maybe, like, starting to get a few of those players could be a good idea. Nunes looks to be scoring a few more goals. He could be like an underdog. I don't know what his price is currently, but, maybe Nunes could be a smart pick, like, just getting him in. He might score a few goals in the next few games or something. But,
sure.
Liverpool looking good, I guess, again. Obviously, it's only been, like, 2 games since they bounced back from the Arsenal loss. They won City, big win, and even West Ham, I say it's a big win because they were starting to play well, West Ham as well, after a slow start to the season. But I think Liverpool, I always thought they'll come back strong at some point, and maybe this is
Nice. Yeah, for sure. It was always coming. But yeah, lastly, just to end the video, let's go over the prediction league, and I think we're about 7 to 8 weeks deep into this now, and this is what the table looks like. Jay Kishan is strong in the lead with a lead of about 5 points, followed by a 3-way tie for the second place. But this is what the table is looking like at the moment. It's been a fun thing to have every week. What do you think?
Yeah, no, it's really funny. Like I every time like the matches are going, obviously you just go back and check. Like, okay, what did I predict for this game? And it's just fun to see. Like it just like I don't know. It's not even super competitive, but just so much fun. Like just to like try and get the right results. Like sometimes I put so much thought into my predictions as well. Sometimes, and sometimes I don't do it. But like it's interesting to see sometimes like how the predictions turn out. Whether I give
and
a thought
it's interesting
to
to see how there is such a different approach between everyone. Like you literally see someone predict 3-0 to the home side, and then the next person predict 3-0 to the away side, and it's just fun. And credit to Siddharth for coming up with this idea as well as preparing this entire spreadsheet. It's been really handy in terms of having all these stats available and reviewing how everyone's been performing across the weeks.
Yeah, no, definitely. Big ups to that, man.
Yeah, but that's it for the video. Any last words, Kshitij?
Nah, man, I mean, just guys, just stay tuned, I guess. I know we called it a weekly video and we didn't have anything last week, or I guess the last couple of weeks, I'm not sure. But, I mean, hopefully we'll try to just upload as much as we can. And otherwise, just keep watching us and keep watching football.
For sure. Just make sure to like and subscribe this video and follow our Instagram page, which is linked down in the description as well.